Mike, turn your games down.
Hi everybody, welcome to episode 354 of Games My Mom Found. I am Mike Albertin, and who's running around Africa with me tonight?
It's Nate, and I only have 7 minutes to do this podcast.
That's a good reference. I'm John.
And it's Mario from Biased Gaming.
Hello, this is Ron.
Ron Weasley.
No.
Every time I hear your name, every time we record together, I hear Ron Weasley, Ron. Every time. I can't help it. But that's not what we're here to talk about today. Otherwise, Ron probably wouldn't be here. We are here to talk about Resident Evil 5. Developed and published by Capcom and came out originally in 2009.
Yeah, I was a junior in high school.
I was in college.
Hell yeah, you were a college junior.
I was an adult, technically.
I was a freshman in high school.
I would have been 17? No.
Don't say 6. Right. Okay, thank God.
No. I wish I wouldn't be as old as I am now, but no.
I was 1 year out of high school, living with my girlfriend in my parents' house. That didn't last long. So I always like to start these off with our memories. I didn't get this game right away, even though I wanted to. Like, I remember the Thanksgiving before this game came out, wanting to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to save up for a... Wait, no, 2009? No, it was years ago I wanted to save up. No, because when this came out, my girlfriend already had left me. Yeah, she already left, and I was living in... No, I was a couple years removed from high school, like 3 years. I don't know, I think it was 2007 for some reason, even though I just read it. Yeah, I had a kid, and I had no money, and I was like, man, this game looks cool, and I worked at Target. I didn't play this till years later, but I played this game wrong the first time. We'll get into that later. Nate, what's your history?
Wait, is there... Hold on. Is there any game you've played right?
Okay, I'll discuss it real fast. The reason I say I played this game wrong, because I wanted to play it, and I wanted to play it with my friend. And he had Xbox Live, but he already beat the game and had the Infinite Rocket Launcher, so he wasn't interested in playing the game, like, you know, with basic weapons or anything. So he just rocket launched everything he saw and skipped all the cutscenes.
Oh, I mean, I could see how that would be annoying for you. If I was him, I'd be having a blast.
I mean, he had fun. I mean, he got me the achievements, but I was like, I kind of want to just play the game. Like, I wanted to see the game, and all I saw was people die instantly. So I didn't consider like I really had actually played the game correctly, and so that's why like I beat it this past week though, solo, without anyone Infinite Rocket Launcher. That's my history. Nate.
Yeah, I picked this up pretty close to launch. I bought it at GameStop. And at the time, GameStop also sold strategy guides, and you could get the strategy guide for 15% off when you bought the game. So I own the strategy guide. It's pretty dope. And then I beat it solo by myself. I did not have Xbox Live, but every once in a while, my buddy would come over with his Xbox, and we would link it up for some co-op. But I didn't actually beat it in co-op until 2017.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, my buddy Cody and I just had really hot and wild summer where we played Resident Evil 5 6 times through. It was a really good time.
I can see that being a lot of fun though, honestly.
Yeah. We I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I do like to get platinum trophies.
Do know that. Hey, how's that Evil Within Platinum coming there?
Oh, man. Shinji Mikami actually, he came over and shook my hand earlier today. He said, you don't have to do this to yourself, buddy. And I said, thank you, Shinji. I appreciate it.
That joke is not going to go away, by the way. And John.
I don't exactly remember when I got the game, and it's kind of funny because of this episode and the last one. I bought RE5 and Dead Space on the same day. First time I'd ever played either one of them, and this was actually my first Resident Evil.
Wow.
I might have seen some of the animated movies by this point, and probably some of the live action, but this was my first Resident Evil game. I had never touched a Resident Evil before this one.
Damn, that's kind of impressive.
I did beat it my first time. I got to the Wesker fight. I did not have enough ammo, could not get ammo, and I never beat the game. So then...
Wait.
Back in 2016, I think it was 2016, when the PS4 version came out, me and a friend went through a co-op, and that was actually the first time I ever beat the game. I made it to the last level and could not beat Wesker.
Oh, okay. So it was the volcano part, not the
Yeah.
Jill.
Volcano is a bitch.
Because I made them. If I remember right, I made the mistake of giving Sheva weapons.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
The same
Don't
thing
ever-
happened to me this playthrough because she had ammo. I didn't. She wouldn't give me her gun.
So,
Yes.
like how I played it this time, she had the pistol. I used every other weapon. I did not use the pistol. So she had all the handgun ammo. I had everything else.
So, funny thing about handgun ammo in RE5, there is much more of it in the game than any other weapon. Found that one out after I had beat it and did the new game plus where you can play as Sheva, and I was like, oh, I'll just kind of keep using the same weapon I gave Sheva in my first game. So there was me as Sheva with I think with one of the assault rifles, and then like the AI Chris, who was me in my previous one, where I had my upgraded handgun. I'm like, oh, I'll just keep him with that, and I kept getting ammo, and it was just always handgun ammo. So like an hour or two into the new game plus, and like the AI Chris just had tons of ammo for his handgun because
Sheva,
even yeah.
she never really had like I think she had like a full stack every once in a while of like 50. But like I kept pretty full on ammo. Like I was carrying the shotgun, sniper rifle, and the machine gun. Like those were the three that I carried, and I think I ran out of ammo maybe once or twice through the entire game.
Yeah. It was just a funny thing to find out in New Game Plus.
Yeah, and
Makes
she was
sense.
also kind of she was my pack mule. Like she had her pistol and her ammo, and then the rest of my stuff that I couldn't hold. Like if I walked into a room and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna use a shotgun, Sheva, I need my shotgun ammo. Take the sniper rifle ammo. When I switch the sniper rifle, Sheva, here's the shotgun. Give me the sniper rifle ammo. Like that's how I played the game. She was literally just another like 7 slots of inventory.
All right. And Mario, what's your history with this game?
So my history. So the first time I remember, it was one of the very first few co-op games I remember playing on the 360. Back when it was still the white one, where you still got the red ring of death. But the first time I ever played it, I rented it from a place that's been long extinct called Hollywood Video. And I played it with my stepbrother, and then we found a way to somehow time when we rented it again to when we borrowed his friend's internet wireless adapter, so we could play Mercenaries online and do all the other stuff too. Then I got the gold edition when it came out the following year because I wanted to play the DLC, and I loved it.
The DLC will actually be a separate recording.
Yes,
But we will talk. We won't talk about it in this episode for you listening, but we'll talk about it again. I didn't play it. I'll let you guys vote. You guys voted no. So we're doing it later.
I wasn't able to vote for some reason. I kept trying to. But anyways, Secondly, this playthrough for me, though, I thought I had a save file, but no, that was in the PS4, not in the PS5. But I was at least at the beginning or the middle of Chapter 2 where you have to cross the bridge where the truck comes through. But I basically started the game from scratch except for that part. And I got up to the ship. But I remember the rest of it. And the AI wasn't bad for me this time around. Actually, it was actually really helpful compared to whenever the people online tried to join my stuff. They either tried to do the glitch cheats or whatever. I'm like, nope, kick. Or they just kept dying over and over again. But the AI itself was actually quite helpful, honestly.
I didn't let people join.
And I honestly do prefer playing as Sheva in the campaign because, one, I'm surgical with that bow and arrow when you unlock it. And two, her melee attacks are fucking awesome.
And Ron.
Oh, an arrow?
Yeah, it's one of those secret weapons you unlock beating the game, I think.
The starting rifle, the first one you get, the hunting rifle, you can unlock it. You can buy it, and after you unlock it in the bonus features, and you unlock the bow and arrow for Sheva, and it's infinite ammo.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever knew that.
But
or you know.
But my memories with RE5 are rather vague and hazy. I remember beating it shortly after it came out, and I know I bought it because I have a physical copy for 360. But the exact time is not really known to me. It's because it was at this point it was over 10 years ago. I think I got it a couple years after it came out, and I remember playing it and being like, oh, it was fine. You know, I remember the last bit with Wesker and how it ended, but that was about it, at least for my original memories of it.
Okay. I mean, for those that don't know, this is a third-person shooter that they said, hey, RE4 went great, people love that, let's give them RE4, but co-op. And To me, RE4 is still a better game, but that's neither here nor there. But I also don't play games co-op. But this is, this is the 360 era. This is when co-op was starting to completely online with everything at this time. So, I mean, I never really got to experience it the fun way of playing it online because my son would have been 2 at the time. So I was too fucking busy taking care of a baby. So I didn't really play online because by the time he would go to sleep, everyone else that I'd want to talk to is they were done for the night already. They were done playing. They're like, oh, we can't play for another 3 hours, so therefore we don't want to play. And I'm like, I got an hour. But that didn't work because my friends were younger. We were all 19, 20, and I'm the idiot with a kid. So at the time, don't have kids when you're 19. I don't recommend it. Well, my kid, but having a kid at 19 definitely does change your life, of course. Oh, this game was just... So when I played it for this playthrough, I had vague memories of it. I remembered some stuff when I played it before, and I mean, overall, I had some issues with it. It also doesn't help that I played Evil Within and Dead Space Remake right before we've done, in the last 2 weeks before we did this, obviously, if people listen to the show. And going from both of those games to playing this game is not a good idea.
I mean, if you want to put RE5 in the best possible light, you play through and beat Evil Within first, and then as soon as you finish that, start playing RE5, and you will be amazed at how much better of a game RE5 actually is than Evil Within.
I mean, this game also had one-hit kills, though.
But
not as many.
Not that many.
Not as many,
No.
and also, I think everyone is obviously telegraphed, and they're like, hey, if you don't do anything, you're going to get one hit killed. However, you can do a bajillion things before that happens.
Is there only 2 ways in the game that one hit kill you? It's the bugs and the big armored dudes with the thing dragging behind them that I...
With the hammer, the chainsaw guys do it too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I never let them get close enough.
They didn't get close to me. It was someone else that cut their head off, Shiva.
Yeah, actually, she...
Or Sheva,
She
how do you
only
pronounce her name?
died 2 or 3 times for me, I believe. For the most part, Sheva was not a big problem.
She was fine for me.
Stay away.
No, she was fine for me for the most part. Other than there's one part when you have to fight 2 different chainsaw guys. You don't fight them at the same time. You activate one switch and then one drops down. I had a hell of a time with that part. I was trying to avoid them. Chris could avoid them, but then Sheva got murdered, so it didn't really work out.
Unless you do what I did and do both of them at the same time. That's always.
I tried. She died before I could activate the second one.
Yeah, I never had any of those issues. Because for this playthrough, I was just playing through it on PC, and Sheva never really seemed to be an impediment to what I was doing. So I don't remember any issues with Sheva getting knocked down or killed. At least not enough for me to really care about it. I'm sure it probably happened once or twice, but it wasn't I was stuck here for forever because Sheva kept dying. It was just most of the time she was just out of the way. Occasionally shooting at things with the machine gun I gave her.
Anybody else did you guys all do that? The way I played this game is I had the handgun and shotgun, and I gave Sheva the rifle and the machine gun.
Oh yeah, that's because Sheva can make shots with the rifle that are nearly impossible for you to do.
Yes.
AI Sheva just casually just does them, and you're like, okay, cool. Here, have the sniper rifle.
That's why.
Go ahead.
I was just like, that's why, at that fight with Wesker, you give her the rocket launcher and let her go. You do not mess with her when she has the rocket launcher, because she can snipe him from across the map.
Yeah.
Well, also, you don't have a choice, because if you shoot with the rocket launcher, you don't have enough to switch to your handgun to shoot the rocket. I tried 3 times. Did not have enough time.
Oh, is this the fight on the tanker?
Yeah, that's near the end fight.
It's the one just before it. Before he turns into the meat tornado.
Yes.
I got a lot of issues.
So who was everybody playing a controller, or was anybody playing mouse and keyboard?
I played it with a controller.
I tried to play it mouse and keyboard for about the first hour, and I'm like, oh, this sucks. The sensitivity, I couldn't get the sensitivity right. The buttons were all over the place. Of course, the controller buttons
aren't much
better.
Mouse and keyboard
Mod. That's why you.
Well,
I mean, you could do a PC, but I mean, why would you want to?
Well, listen.
The shooting would be, but
you could also be like Kid Ron when I had RE4 on a bad laptop, and the first time I played it was the PC version with mouse and keyboard, and have to do that for RE5. It would work.
I play most stuff mouse and keyboard anymore for the most part. Like unless it's
okay.
like an action game or like a Souls game or something like those, you do not play those mouse and keyboard. Anybody who plays those mouse and keyboard is a psychopath. But I like the Tomb Raiders. I play them mouse and keyboard. They're great mouse and keyboard.
I can't.
I actually like mouse and
can't do
keyboard
that.
more than controller these days.
I can only do it with first-person shooters. All first-person shooters for me are mouse and keyboard. Everything else is controller.
First-person shooters for me are something that I can play mouse and keyboard. I would rather play them with controller.
Yeah.
I feel like I am better on a controller at first-person shooters.
You might have played more than I did. I'm not a big. Well, I mean, like some. I never was competitive or anything. I don't know if you were, but I just noticed like I play a lot of it on mouse and keyboard when I can. But I don't play it. I have not played a lot of shooters for this podcast lately.
I also played with the Resident Evil 4 control scheme, which
I thought you were going to say chainsaw controller for a second.
No,
that would be awesome.
That RE4 control scheme is kind of a nightmare for a while because like your action button is triangle for some reason on a DualSense.
Weird.
What were the so let me see, holding it. So triangle is shoot and also action. Circle was run, I believe, so it would be A, and then the B button was X on the DualSense, and I could not get it. Like, I finally got it through my head of like, okay, this is how you do it, but it took me a while. And square was inventory.
I don't think I would have liked that. I mean, I love RE4, but I don't know. I did have problems with this control scheme too from time to time, but I just got like after playing Dead Space, I realized real quick, yeah, you can't move and shoot, you idiot. Like, that took a second. I was like, oh, damn it, I forgot.
When you got the stupid prompts, the like L1, R1 prompts to dodge stuff, I would always hit L2 and R2. So I got nailed by shit all the time.
Oh, that's something that when I did this playthrough on the Steam version that came out recently, I don't know if there was an option that I did, but like I just went in with like the default options, and I didn't have any QuickTime events happen at all. But there were certain cutscenes that it was very clear at some point there was a QuickTime event there. There was one I remember where they were where it was Christian Sheva running from something, and at one point they just like speed up in the most comical fashion, and I'm like, wait a minute, and I'm like, wait a minute. That is when like you would have been mashing the button.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was fine not having any QuickTime events. It was great.
Yeah.
I would prefer no QuickTime events.
I didn't mind them.
I mean,
I can't remember. Do you like QuickTime events normally?
Not necessarily. I just kind of restarted it from scratch, like I said, so it kind of felt decent, I guess.
Yeah, like there, QuickTime events were never more than whatever. To me, it's like, oh, okay, you can push a button. So it was just like, oh, them not being there. It was just like, okay, whatever.
I used to like them.
I hated them was in fighting games.
Oh yeah, fighting games don't do it justice.
Like
I like them sometimes. This game, they were irritating me though. I feel like because I was just, I don't know. I was kind of in a mood playing this game, so I don't know really what to say exactly.
Well, the thing is, I mentioned earlier that I played this immediately after beating Evil Within. Some people probably heard me on that episode. And the thing is, one thing I remember about RE5 is like the first half hour of it. I'm like, it was like, oh wait, so like in the first half hour of this game, you get like your little story set up, and you're like, okay, I know why Chris is here, why Shev is here. You get your gun and actually get into combat and basically see the game's main loop, more or less. Pretty much within a half hour of getting into RE5, you know what this game is going to be like. And for me, I was just like having just come off of Evil Within, where I was like, the first half hour of that game is just like bizarre and has no bearing on anything that's going on. I was like, oh, this is just refreshing. I'm not like confused and don't know what's going on. And I'm actually doing things.
No, that's a fair point. I mean, this game isn't like, it teaches you what the gameplay loop is really quick, and the gameplay loop is fine.
Well, and it's just like I appreciate that, because it's like listen, RE5 isn't. It's not trying to be subtle. It's just like, listen, this is what this game's about. It's just like, in half an hour to an hour whether you're gonna want to play this game all the way through or not. Which as I'm getting older and have less and less free time, I appreciate that a lot more. I would much rather a game be like just like out of the gate, make it clear what it's going to be like, so then that way I know if I want to invest the time in it or not.
Okay, I can respect that. Nate, I know you played This co-op people will be probably hearing most likely after I get done with this recording, before the episode ends, for people listening.
I did. I played it with Blake this time through. That was a lot of fun. I definitely did not miss any rocket launcher shots during any important fights.
Your Shiva didn't not shoot the frickin', rocket launcher that was in their hand, huh?
No, we're talking like actual physical rocket launcher aiming at a boss and going, this'll kill him for sure, and then just whiffing.
Oh, okay, that's a different problem then.
That didn't happen. It wasn't a problem, Mike. It didn't happen.
Okay.
I had one boss that I almost got stuck on. That was that like the final fight with the worm thing with the heart and the weak spots.
Yeah.
Where like you have to get the flamethrower.
Yeah.
And I was stuck on that for a little bit, but then because RE5 is designed properly, I could just go back into the shop and buy a rocket launcher and kill it in one shot and move on.
So
that may or may not have been the boss that
yeah,
he had a quick time event when the rocket was shot at him and he completed it, and I was like, fuck, Shinji Mikami thought of everything, even though I don't think he worked on this game.
Yeah, no, cause I was stuck on that boss for a little bit because I'm like, I feel like I'm doing what I want, but like what they want me to do, but it's not dying. So I looked online for a little bit, and everywhere I found was just like, yeah, the way they tell you to do it is really finicky and weird. It's just easier to just buy a rocket launcher and just do the fight in one shot and move on.
Yep. Are you playing on PC though?
Yeah.
On PC, there is a glitch with that fight where when you, like, the way this fight's supposed to go is you hit him with a flamethrower and then he will end up showing these orbs and you shoot the orbs and that's how you hurt him. In the PC version, there's a glitch where he doesn't show his orbs. He won't show the balls to you. So therefore you can't really kill him. So you have to buy a rocket launcher if you really want to get through that fight.
Oh, that explains it. Yeah, cause
yeah, that's the glitch. That's not the game.
Oh, I was just like, I must not be getting it. But because like I went into the fight and like I made sure I had like a bunch of incendiary ammo and stuff, and I kept doing what they told me to do, but then I'm like, it's not dying. So eventually I went back into the shop, the save, and just sold stuff and bought the rocket launcher.
You see,
and just blew them up.
My dumbass had sold all the treasure right before that and upgraded some guns. So I didn't have money when I ran into that glitch. So what I had to do was I had to sell my shotgun. I was not happy about this because I didn't want to replay levels, especially the amount of levels I would have had to replay in order to get money. So I just said, fuck it, sold the shotgun and got it that way.
Yeah. I actually did something similar because like I had bought like some upgrades and some special ammo to take into that fight. And once I got stuck and wanted to get the rocket launcher, I sold some gun that like I didn't have a lot of ammo for or something. But I did that and then got that rocket launcher, killed it, and then moved on with the game. Which is another thing that I will compare it to Evil Within 2 and say it compares favorably because in Evil Within there was that boss fight that seriously almost made me quit the game. And while it wasn't a glitch or anything, that was just it was such bad design that I just had to rely on luck, and I eventually got past it. Whereas at least in RE5, even though at the time I didn't realize I was stuck on a glitch, I'm like, oh, I'm stuck. There was an option in the game that was just like, oh, I can go and do this, get past it, and move on.
Right. So we just had a special character join their match.
Hi, Joe.
Like Jill Valentine coming in with blonde hair and a skin-tight blue suit. I have arrived. I am BSAA Special Agent Joe Butler.
Were you stuck in a cryogenic pod for a while, and is that why your hair is white?
Yes.
That's weird.
Because as we all know, Chris Redfield is gay.
Turn on your camera.
Yes.
For those that don't know, Joe has a flag behind him that says Chris Redfield was gay with the pride flag.
It's the pride flag, sir.
It's kind of awesome. It looks really cool.
Is gay.
Joe, I wanted to hear your memories of this game, since we did all ours.
So, interesting fact, I've never played this. As you know, this game came out in the prime of the 360 PS3 era. I've never played it. I watched a friend play it, and of course I wasn't there 24/7, so I missed some part. Sadly, though, my husband had played it and knows this game like the back of his hand. So let's just say someone is getting a electro stick shoved up their butt every 5 fucking minutes, and also has attack reaction on for
Oh, that's fantastic.
ungodly
I miss
reason.
those days.
You can hurt your own co-op partners in this.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I don't get hurt. I just react. So if he hits me with the stick, I won't lose health, but I will stagger like I got hit.
Oh, that's no fun.
Yeah.
Oh no. If you turn it on, you lose health. If you shoot a bazooka at them, they die.
Now, well, I think the bazooka you might die. I haven't gotten that far yet, but he's hit me, he shot me, things like that. I haven't lost health at all.
I can't believe you never played this game until this week. Until this week.
Yeah,
well, yeah, this is.
I was just gonna say that there's an option where you can have friendly fire on or off, or reactions on or off. So it's possible to have reactions on but friendly fire off, which is how you could get shot and hit, and you would react like you got hit, but you wouldn't lose any health.
Yeah, so I'm not losing health, but I am reacting to it. But yeah, I decided to do that this time around.
Oh, and did you ever beat this game again later then, or this was your first playthrough actually?
This is my first playthrough. When I got a 360, it was the ass end of the 360. I want to say I got one when 6 came out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
So I've never played this but I mean, I also got a laptop in like 2011. So I mean, at the end of the day, YouTube videos exist of people beating video games. So I mean, that's how I usually know about most of the series.
Wow. Okay. I'm a little shocked, Ash, to be honest with you. So, all right, that's cool though. I'm always happy when I can help people to play games that they've been meaning to for a long time. Like I can help them cross that off their list. It's a little thing, but it actually makes me really happy. Oh, I'm glad we got that in there. And did you have a plot summary written for this?
Yes, I did. Yes, I do. Sorry, I went to the Renaissance Festival, and my bones hurt.
No, that's fair. That happens.
Chris Redfield returns in this action survival horror sequel. He must deal with the new pharmaceutical company, Tricell, with the help of his new BSA partner, Sheva Alomar. Will Chris be able to stop this new company, get over his old partner, Jill Valentine's death? Can he stop the mastermind behind this outbreak in Africa? Or will he stop the evil of these residents for the 5th time? I told you I work every title in one of these fucking things.
Yes, you have been. One stupid thing that I do want to mention about this game is that I've mentioned every 360 game. In this era, you always had your fucking on-rails parts with a turret, no matter what.
You're not fucking wrong. I hate that I got to that part and I went, fuck, Mike is right. There's a turret section in every...
Oh, yeah.
Every 360 game, like,
actually,
any third-person shooter.
Well, the section of this one honestly just gets comical because one of them has a minigun and the other one just has a machine gun, and it's just this endless stream of guys on motorcycles and trucks. And it's like, wait, if they have this many things, like, shouldn't they be doing more than like what's actually happening?
Yes.
They're literally chasing me down with a small army.
The like land prices are going to go like rock bottom, or they're going to go like really low, really high, because there's a lot of houses that have nobody living in them now down there. Like you have darn near an entire country by the time you get done with this game.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure if you were to actually really keep track of it, it's just like at some point you would think the UN is just gonna like call up the BSAA and be like, yeah, listen, we're just gonna send Interpol to your office and pick up Chris. We're just gonna save everyone a lot of time here. And they're gonna be like, why? It's like, cause there's several hundred people dead here.
I mean, granted, they were affected monsters, but
yeah, they were affected to begin with. So
it's just comical, like that scene where it's just
the amount of people you kill is. I mean, like what Leon did in Resident Evil 4, it's a little excessive, but there's more people here because that's one of the big pushes with this game is we can fill the screen with enemies. There's something that it's missing though for me. Like it was missing some of the charm of RE4 in this. Also, we haven't mentioned it yet, but I've been wanting to bring it up. Isn't this game hella racist?
No,
it's not
racist.
Why would you think that? Where you have a blonde-haired white woman running out, being afraid of a African male who is chasing her and drags her back into a house to.
Okay. First of all, the skin tone of the guy was white when the guy that pulled her back into the house. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
I believe that
first and foremost. No, he wasn't actually. It was a white African male. That's what it was.
Was his name Elon?
No.
Okay, you never know.
I'm not gonna lie.
Secondly, If that's the case, then wouldn't that also mean the 4 is racist because Leon goes to Spain and kills a bunch of Spaniards?
Thank you.
Yes.
And the same thing with 6 when they go to both Russia technically and China or Japan, whichever one they go to.
China.
You know, I
trying
don't remember
trying
6.
trying to like have anything involving RE6's plot in quotations in any discussion is just an immediate dead end.
Next year,
6
I'm making
is
it
great,
happen.
so take that back.
I don't know. I had to make the joke though about this game, like, because I remember that being a thing. Like, I'm curious to see where the remake, when they do eventually remake this game, if they don't need to, where they're gonna go, how it's gonna be. I'm just curious.
Wesker looks fantastic.
So I really don't like this virus. Anyone else with me on that one?
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
I mean
What,
it's
what are we
basically the
talking?
same thing as RE4.
Yeah, the Ouroboros itself is the slime virus. That's the BOW thing that's different, but the virus throughout the whole game is the same thing as Plaga. It's just Plaga part version 2, basically.
Nate, what do you think?
I just always thought it was Las Plagas 2.
It didn't bother
I don't
you or
know,
anything?
I mean, there's some creepy moments in it.
I
I
love.
don't know. It just kind of bothers me.
I mean,
Like the person bleeding from the eyes was pretty gnarly.
Oh, you mean where they shove a hemorrhoid in his mouth? Yeah.
Yeah.
Look like a dragon fruit to me. Look yummy.
well, honestly, okay, as an opening, it's at least somewhat cool and visually interesting. You know, where you actually get to see them like shove the thing into someone and then they get infected. But I don't know, like at this point, you're talking Resident Evil 5 in that era where like I kind of switch my brain off when it comes to the plot for RE5, just because it's kind of like if you think about it too hard, it doesn't really make a lot of sense.
No,
But-
that's fair.
But then Wesker shows up and he makes it all fine because he's Wesker.
Now,
He's
I
so
will-
cool.
I will admit, so Wesker's part of the game is supposed to be racist because he is a white man coming to Africa and is stealing things. So that very much is a racist part of his plot line.
But Wesker is also the bad guy, and he's hamming it up to the max, and it's the best. Like it's just like he's the bad guy. You hate everything he's doing because he's the bad guy.
Wait a
So
minute. Besides the flower and the what is he stealing?
People?
He's like using underprivileged people for his project. I mean, of course, no. It's like one of the things where it's like, oh, it's the poor part of Africa, so no one would be able to know that I'm doing evil things. Hell, you find out they're stealing their oil at one point, and then you blow up the island.
Sadly.
Oh, Irving.
Oh yeah, that whole oil refinery with that weird guy for no reason that's in this game.
Sadler.
no,
No
he's in the
reason.
game. He was helping finance things.
Yeah.
Like every single major plot beat in this game, it literally clubs you over the head with it. It's not even like I believe there's a cutscene where he pretty much just says, "I financed all of this," and then the game moves on.
And did you not see that beautiful jump he did into the water?
That was dumb. Did he get tricked then? Like, did he think it wasn't going to turn him into a giant monster?
Yes. So there's a
Okay.
very specific line of dialogue where he goes, "I guess I'm not good. I guess I'm not
Good
I'm
enough.
not good enough for the good
Guess
stuff."
I didn't think I was
Yeah.
worth the good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. Thank you.
Yeah,
Oh,
because he
he's not-
turned into a fucking monster.
He turned into the Kraken because he was the one who was providing the money, and then that one lady whose name starts with a G. I think it's like Gianna or Gia. Excella Giona. She is the higher up in Tricell, which is actually Umbrella, or is taking stuff. Actually, no, I think they're taking stuff from Umbrella.
They're taking
And
stuff
then-
from Umbrella. They're a different
Yeah.
company.
And then Wesker is there because this game decided to essentially retcon Wesker being Wesker by saying it was all planned out in advance, which
The books
is
disagree with.
well, it's just so hilariously dumb that if you think about it, it's gonna hurt your brain, which is why I don't, because it directly contradicts like, well, in RE1 where he gets stabbed by the tyrant and then he gets the virus in him, so this whole story in RE5 directly contradicts that, but I just turned my brain off and it's Wesker being cool and being an asshole.
Yeah, it's Resident Evil. You can't come in here looking for logic. Nate, I have a question for you. Have you ever seen the Degeneration movie, the first animated one?
Is that the one that takes place in an airport?
Yes.
Yes.
like forever ago.
Okay.
All I remember is it takes place in an airport.
The reason I bring it up is because I want to mention how in that movie, the last scene you see is Tricell cleaning up the mess from the attack, from the airport and everything, which comes out before this game comes out.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Which is kind of one of those neat little things where it's like, we got something going on, and here's the initial idea what the company is going to matter to you. That doesn't mean anything to you yet.
Well, one thing that's interesting about this though is that they technically confirm it maybe in one of the games before this or during this game. They never even though that also gets retconned, they never blew up an Umbrella headquarters or anything like that. So obviously the main plot is Umbrella's tank stop. So of course all the people that work for Umbrella went somewhere else.
No,
So
wasn't that Code Veronica?
does Code Veronica
Rock-
confirm that?
Or
Well,
they
it's
said they bankrupt.
it's like Rockford Island was was actually one of their big facilities, and that blew up, and then also like after that, as word about what happened in Raccoon City and other stuff spread, Umbrella as a corporation, like their revenue and their stuff, it just tanked. And they wound up going bankrupt, put that in quotes, but it turned out all the higher ups just went elsewhere and formed Tricell, which kind of pick up the pieces.
And Mario, you had something to say about Wesker?
Well, he was actually infected with the progenitor virus before he being impaled in the first game. He injected himself before then.
Yeah, but that wasn't a thing until this game, because I thought Code Veronica DX
Umbrella Chronicles.
Oh, it's Umbrella Chronicles? Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And Code Veronica in the Code Veronica X.
Veronica,
Yeah, in Code Veronica X, because
the only thing this one explains is where the flower for the virus came from, like where it originated from. That's about it.
Yeah, in a cave.
And that.
And isn't there like a scene
part of it
shows him alive at the end? I believe
for
No.
Wesker. No,
that's Umbrella Chronicles.
Okay.
You escape as him.
Yeah,
Zero.
no, that's Umbrella Chronicles because in the OG Resident Evil, he was supposed to die.
Yeah.
Even
He did die.
Mikami, yeah, even Shinji Mikami confirmed that. He's like, originally Wesker was supposed to stay dead, but someone was like, "Hey, wouldn't it be funny if he survived?" And he's like, "Fuck it, we'll roll with it."
And that wasn't until Code Veronica when he comes back. But Umbrella Chronicles, which I know came out before this, because I played it with my girlfriend at the time, who left me by 2009, so I know it came out first, without even having to look. We weren't together anymore. And that's kind of like a recap of the series up to them. But there is a really good extra scene where Jill and Chris go to a Umbrella factory and take it down.
The Thanatos tyrant.
Yes.
Yeah, because with Wesker, originally he was gonna die, and then they wanted him to come back, and so because I remember there being a cutscene or some scene that played in some Resident Evil media where it showed Wesker bleeding out, but then he got the virus in him and it made him Super Wesker, but then they changed that later.
I mean, unless that's maybe something to do with
No,
the
in
one that.
director's cut, he never had the virus injected. In the regular version, though, he had the virus.
Oh, okay.
It also had multiple different endings too. But canonically, he injects himself long before 5 or Code Veronica came out. He does.
Yeah, because in 5 the big thing is that Wesker is actually he himself is an Umbrella experiment, and his whole
life. We found that in the DLC where we find out that
that's another.
Yeah, he's an experiment himself. He's manufactured as from the Wesker program.
Yeah, no, that's just a cutscene in the original game.
Yeah, that's in the original game. I haven't played the DLC.
Yes.
I knew what he was talking about.
Steve.
Also, don't forget that there's also a town with 2 sisters that Wesker has, where Wesker's a black guy. Don't forget that too. That's canon. That's canon to the series.
The list of the Wesker children is kind of ridiculous. There are a bunch of them.
There's
Albert Wesker, Alex Wesker, Derek Wesker, Felicia Wesker, Hans Wesker, Kira Wesker, Irma Wesker, Jonah Wesker, Ken Wesker, Laura Wesker, Marco Wesker, Miles Wesker, and William Wesker.
That's far too many people with the last name Wesker.
And they don't even have I guess Jake's last name technically isn't Wesker, but he's just Albert Wesker's son.
I know 3 survived.
Because Alex Wesker was in Revelations 2.
And Alfred was supposed to be in Revelations 1.
Yeah, like no,
Privilege is a good game.
it's just all that stuff. It's just I turn my brain off just because like I always liked
You have
Wesker as a villain.
to.
I always like Wesker as a villain because he just hams it up the whole time. He's like if Neo from the Matrix decided to just be a major asshole, and that's Wesker, and it's so much fun. He dodges bullets. He could easily kill Chris at any moment, but doesn't.
That is the one thing I will say the movies got right about Wesker. Sean Roberts' portrayal was perfect.
I actually really like the which one is it? The fourth one that he's in? Like
Third one.
what little they give him, he is
Afterlife.
awesome, and then they kind of completely waste him in the rest of the movies.
He's in Afterlife. He's a small cameo, basically somewhat in Retribution, and then he's a bitch in Final Chapter.
Friendly reminder: we have not finished the series on the show.
I've also never seen 6. We're supposed to do 5 this year, but that's actually not planned for this Spooktober, unfortunately. So have to happen at some point. But
One
it's on my
day.
to-do list.
Retribution, yeah, that's the one.
It's on my to-do
That's
list.
like all the Wesker stuff, all like the background lore. That's the stuff I love about Resident Evil. Like it's so dumb, but I find it so interesting to like dive into all that stuff. I love it.
No, it is for sure.
And it's great in this game because, as I mentioned earlier, Wesker turns into a meat tornado, and then you shoot him with a rocket launcher in a volcano.
Yeah,
No,
it's a memorable scene.
You run out of ammo and you knife him to death because that's how I beat him.
Hey, I did the same thing actually. I ran out of ammo too, and I had to knife him in the chest to finish him because Shiva wouldn't give me her rifle. I tried, and it wouldn't let me take the rifle away from her.
I started knifing him, and then like for some reason I opened my inventory and I'm like, oh crap, I have like 3 sniper rounds left, and that was enough to kill him. But like I knifed him for probably 3 or 4 minutes straight. So yeah, that was Mike. You were talking about that glitch. What did you say it did?
Oh, so we were talking about there's an enemy that you fight at one point that's supposed to be the same Ouroboros, so you have to light them on fire. The glitch in the PC version, which was known but never fixed, because I gotta love glitches. For some reason, it was never fixed. He's supposed to show his balls to you when you shoot him enough, and when you play on PC, you can hit him with the flamethrower, but he just doesn't show his weakness, therefore he never dies. You actually have to go and buy a rocket launcher in order to one-hit kill him to get rid of him.
Okay, so that didn't happen to me, and I'm assuming because I was using the RE Fix mod.
Oh yeah, I didn't play with any mod, so
I played with this mod, and I played with the mod that removes the green filter and the film grain, and that game looks so much better without that. It is like gorgeous without that film grain.
It really was. I was impressed.
Yeah, apparently that fix, like, you download the thing, you throw it into the files in Resident Evil, and you hit play. Like, it's super easy to get those. It's all one download from Nexus. Highly recommend if you're ever playing on Steam, play with both of those, because apparently it fixes the bug, because that didn't happen to me.
You're lucky.
Yeah, but that
really annoying.
I don't know why they went with that color filter and film grain. Like, now that I've seen it, I don't know that I could ever play it with that back on.
Yeah, I was impressed when I saw your screenshots. I was like, damn, this looks way better.
That game is good. Like, I was playing it at 4K at 75 FPS, but like that game's with that, like that game still looks really good.
I was really impressed because this game does not look great sometimes, and
no, it doesn't.
I still wish we got Barry.
We have never gotten Shiva again yet in anything at all.
Supposed to get Barry in this for the turret section where you're stuck in the truck. It was actually supposed to be a part where Barry Burton comes in with a team. And Jill originally.
I wonder what happened.
They wanted to give Jill they wanted to give Jill blonde hair. So they had to make a convoluted story that involved her being brainwashed and put in cryostasis, which there was a file which explicitly says that caused the hair bleaching, so that you could get into a fight with her and then go, oh my god, it's Jill, and tie into Chris's weird I lost my partner thing, which was kind of
get a lot weirder.
but I remember doing that, and I was like, okay, Chris, like yeah, you went through the mansion with Jill, but then you didn't do anything more with Jill after that. Like, I get that.
Oh, I mean, he did. There is like in Umbrella Chronicles, there is that scene. It's supposed to be like in the storyline that they did stuff together. It's just that we never got games for it or any information really.
So
But it's
apparent, like I'm looking it up here. Like apparently, maybe in RE6, and I'm completely like she is the one who contacted Pierce to go looking for Chris and Adonia after his whole team died and he kind of lost it. Like that's supposed to be she was the one who told him where Chris was. Like I'm looking on the Wikipedia right now, and there's a whole thing on here. I sent him an
That's
email.
cool.
Yeah, it was just like. Yeah, she sent him an email like, hey, if there's anything I can do to help Chris, let me know. And apparently, I guess that's in the game. And I have not played that game.
there's probably some file somewhere that I missed.
Oh, yeah, there's that always happens in Resident
Read
Evil.
any of the files.
I've heard
So
a few of them. Like, after, like, anybody who knows what I'm talking about, like, there's a file at the end of Resident Evil 8 that is very, 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 very important to the entire lore of the series. And, like, after I missed that my first playthrough, I was like, okay, I'm reading all the files in Resident Evil from here on out.
I just look up Google stuff and watch timeline videos that explain everything to me. Unfortunately, I don't recommend it. I don't recommend a lot of things that I do. I just do them at this point. I'm just like, yeah, that's just who I am now.
Well, when it comes to Resident Evil and its overall plot, at least up through RE6, because with RE7 it's more coherent, and then RE8 goes off the rails in the most fun way possible. It's mostly I just envision it like essentially it turns into the video game equivalent of a kid taking their action figures and mashing them together, and then someone just made a game of that. Like,
I agree with that statement, except backward.
He's not wrong.
it's just like if you look at it that lens where it's just like nah, this like the RE plot can be explained. It's just like imagine the kind of like ridiculous stories that like you and a friend playing G.I. Joe used to make up, where you're like, oh, but this is his dad. Oh, but wait, this is actually his cousin, and like, but then he did this, and then but wait, he's actually this. It's like, yeah, it's just that, but in video game form.
He's out of line, but he's not wrong. But he's right. Now it goes over. I need to watch Winter Soldier again someday. But
I have the series on 4K Blu-ray, and I'm like, I should go back and watch that. That show's good.
And then Wesker takes the virus and becomes a big meat tornado. And then they drop him into a volcano. And then they shoot him with not one but 2 rocket launchers.
But it's the best because
and then there's a clone that gets breadsticks later.
Yeah, but see, it's great because Chris is getting over his guilt of losing Jill. It's just 10-year-olds with action figures.
So there's like I know we talk about there's files you can miss. I don't know if it's in the files you can get in the game or not. I say this because there's kind of weird background stuff that goes on in this game. One is like you find out that Sheva's like village when she was a kid got overtaken by BOWs, and that's why she works for BSAA.
Yeah, she talks about it.
Yes.
At one point.
Yeah, because there's that one operator guy that one soldier guy she knows. Yeah, Josh. Yeah.
We love Josh.
He's the only guy that survives out of that entire BSA team that's there. Everybody fucking gets murdered.
Well, that's because he's also competent.
I thought they were going to tie it into Resident Evil 0. Like after playing Resident Evil 0 earlier this year, and then Sheva started talking about her past, I was like, oh, it's a Resident Evil 0 thing with Billy, but it was not.
Oh, yeah.
Billy's never been referenced again.
Can I say one thing about the DLC? Because it's about Josh.
Yeah.
He makes an amazing Predator 1 reference because of who he loses in that DLC.
Oh, I'm excited for that.
Oh, I think I remember that.
Yeah, we'll be doing it. I don't think I'll wait too long because I can't uninstall this game till I do it. Because unfortunately, you can't play the DLC until you beat the game, and I can't risk having something happen to my save because I haven't beaten this game again. So, yeah, I can't uninstall until after we do the DLC.
I also...
Mode?
Do what mode?
Versus?
No.
You mean Mercenaries?
No, there's an actual versus mode.
No. Yeah. Because then you get to do PvP with RE5 controls.
And zombies running around you. Or no, zombies infected trying to kill you too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Did anybody else miss zombies like me?
Yeah.
I miss zombies. I don't like the enemies in this. They annoy me after a while. Like I just want good old zombies back.
We might get zombies back in 9, I think.
I mean, you get zombies back in Leon's part of RE6. Like that is like
Yeah.
I think the best part of RE6. So that's
the best
pretty
part.
cool. It's actually scary, but yeah.
Best part of that game.
Okay, so somebody mentioned PvP with RE5 controls. Can we all agree that enemies should never be allowed to have guns in this game? Because my
Yes.
god, that's so bad.
Well, isn't it
Oh.
hilarious how just out of nowhere they have guns, and then there's conveniently walls where they're like, go behind cover, and you're like, this never happened before in this game.
Yeah,
It's there for like 2 sections.
That game's pretty good until that point, and I'm like, oh, this is terrible because the RE5 is not a cover shooter, and it wants to be a cover shooter at that point, and then,
Yeah, it's not good.
no, it's not.
Dude,
I don't like when they have guns either, because to me it kind of takes something away in an RE game when the enemy has guns.
I actually like to apologize, Mike. I didn't know something, and if I had known it sooner, I would have fucking told you about it.
Oh, what?
The stun baton. Fuck. Anybody else who uses stun baton?
No, I never
gave
really
it
messed
to
around with it.
Yeah, I gave it to Sheva
If
on my
you're
first
sing-
playthrough.
Yeah, if you're single player and you need you're sick of your partner wasting ammo, just give him that thing or use it for yourself. Because me and my husband used that, and it basically like the game got instantly better. You can do 3 hits, and so they fucking go down.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
The guy did
Oh.
tell me to use it, but I didn't have it, and I didn't realize I could just go buy it for like 3,000. It wasn't very much.
yeah.
I'm assuming it takes up an inventory slot and doesn't just like replace the knife.
Does not replace the knife. No, I'm hoping that in the remake that it'll do that, but who knows?
That's another thing that I think this game, like 9 inventory slots and you never get any upgrades for how many weapons and ammo you have to carry is
Yeah.
pushing it.
But then, what reason would you have to constantly move ammo back and forth? Listen, you're supposed to work as a team, which means whenever you get low on ammo, you go, hey partner, give me some of that extra ammo I gave to you, and they go, okay,
I mean,
great.
that is how I play the game, but still. Like,
And
Did
And then you
anybody?
can hit circle
Simon.
and you go, thanks, partner.
Exactly, it's teamwork, guys. Teamwork
I-
makes
Come
the
on.
dream work.
Come on. Come on. Come
Sheva!
on. Come on.
having that on sounds so nice. It was on X for me.
Yeah, those got annoying.
So is it canon that Chris worked out to fight Wesker because he got his ass whooped in Code Veronica?
I believe so, yeah. Like, because I think it's mentioned somewhere where like he spent a bunch of time training. Although, like, it's not like I don't see how training would ever really matter because Wesker has superpowers.
It wouldn't
And-
matter.
Exactly. like Wesker can just dodge bullets. Once you're moving that fast, there's no training to be able to keep up with someone who can move that fast.
Unless
Okay,
you
he's
hide
okay.
freaking
in the corner.
Neo.
Is
But
he
Neo didn't-
teleporting or moving fast?
I think
Wesker moves really fast.
my
Okay, that has
favorite.
been like an age-old like argument, but like in a lot of groups that I've seen of like, is he teleporting or is he just moving fast? And a lot of people are like, nah,
Moving
he's
fast.
totally teleporting.
No, he just moves really, really fast.
He's not
That's
Kakarot.
kind of where I'm at, but like, I don't
He,
know.
he's
No,
also
we-
he's
Right.
also really strong because when he picks up Chris and slams him on the table and drags him, he like rips the skin off that table. So I like to imagine Chris got fucked at that point.
I mean, we wouldn't have ever got the like minor spoiler for RE8. Like this is like not like there's one of the bosses in RE8 is talking about Chris, and he literally calls him the boulder punching asshole.
That
And I'm like, okay, so bosses in other games know that Chris punched a boulder. That is amazing. And we would not have got that line had Chris not been so freaking jacked. I love that he called a boulder punching asshole. I'm just
That whole
How did
scene
you
is
know
just
about
special.
that seems amazing.
I think
well,
the
like I said, it's
piano-
part
I think
part.
the
Mario.
piano slam is why he got into punching boulders so much.
The strategy guide has like a little behind the scenes where they talk with the developers, and and it has concept art. And one of the concept art had like a really bigger Chris. And the developers were like, yeah, we initially wanted this design, but we decided to slim him down a little bit more and like tone down his muscles for the final game. And I was like, that was toned down.
Well,
So-
that's in RE7, like he's toned down, and then by RE8 he's like jacked again. I'm like, they know what they're doing. They're just going with the jacked Chris.
He just keeps getting off protein powders in between games.
So interesting enough, there is a trailer for the RE5 beta, which just has Chris in like weirdly enough in a blue outfit. They were gonna make him more jacked, and one of the things that they had, which I'm hoping they incorporate into the reboot, is it looks like he has a dodge mechanic because you see him in that trailer like dodging and weaving out of enemies, but obviously it didn't make it to the final. But you can tell they had a bunch of different plans for this. Honestly, and personally, I kind of wish they had kept Jill dead. They really need to stop fucking trying to tease characters die and then don't do anything with it.
So that
I would have been sad.
I do like Jill.
I'm glad you brought that like beta stuff up because of how different that game originally was going to be. Because you can go look at the stuff that came out, like promo stuff for the game before it was originally released, and like it was an over-the-shoulder RE1 style horror game, and it looks completely different from what we got. And it's kind of
this
insane.
game?
Yes, the actual the beta trailer that is out there shows like what this game was originally supposed to be, and it's kind of insane.
Yeah, because it was going to still be in daylight, but like overcast, and there was still zombies, but still other types of infected.
I will post it to the Discord and my
in the crowd of the undead.
That sounds cool.
This is like insane, the difference of what they were going to have. It was almost going to be, and I actually wanted to talk about this too. It looks more like, if anybody's ever seen Black Hawk Down, it looks like a Black Hawk Down style. You are running from the entire city, people out trying to kill you.
That would have been interesting.
And like I can see like so, and I wonder because it came out the year before this, so I don't think it. But like the beginning of this game to me feels like so much like MGS4 that I don't know that I can overlook it, because MGS4 and Resident Evil 5, the start of the game are very, very similar. Like, you know, the music, the guy coming into town alone, like it's kind of crazy how similar they seem.
I really don't like that first chapter. I think the first chapter in this game is one of the hardest parts of the entire game, which I think is stupid.
So it's actually easier than it appears, because that big axe guy, you don't have to kill him.
I know.
Like, and there's actually not much shooting or fighting you have to do in that part. I think if you just like run around long enough, occasionally taking pot shots, eventually
the game advances. Yes, but the game doesn't tell you that.
I mean, it's RE5, and I think it would be safe to assume that like you probably played RE4, and in RE4 in the village fight, if you take too long on that, eventually they all just leave.
Yeah, it's
somebody called bingo.
It's a watered down version of Forza Intro.
It did bother me because like I died a couple times on that part. I was struggling with it.
Yeah, I died a couple. Yeah, I died a couple times, but that's because I was deliberately trying to kill the big guy and some of the other stuff to get all the bonus stuff.
Oh, okay. So you were kind of putting yourself in harm's way.
Yeah.
That was like I was playing mouse and keyboard at that point, and that was at the time where I was like, okay, screw it, I'm on the controller.
I'd like to apologize to Mike. I told him Evil Within would be the last time he had insta kills. I forgot this game has tons of insta kill.
Yeah, but this game wasn't like you get an insta kill, everyone gets an insta kill. It wasn't that. It only had a few. It wasn't as ridiculous.
Yeah, and it's just and we mentioned this earlier, but it's just like there's not nearly as many, and the ones that are there are very clearly telegraphed. Where the game like it's very much like this thing that's gonna one hit kill you is gonna happen, but you can get out of the way or deal with it for the most part.
As you watch them rev the chainsaw in front of you, I mean, because even then they lift the chainsaw up, they hold it, and there's still a few seconds before it actually takes effect.
Yeah, so it's just like, there are one-hit kills, but they aren't nearly as prevalent as in Evil Within, and even then it's like they're very telegraphed, and you get plenty of opportunity to avoid them. They don't just kind of happen.
Evil Within is awful with that, though.
Oh, I already went on a whole rant about that. How Evil Within shouldn't even have a health bar because the enemies deal so much damage, but that's a different game.
Different episode. Nate, did you platinum this game?
I did back in 2023-ish. I did most of the work in 2016, and then it was just like grinding out treasure and upgrading all the weapons and then doing a professional run. which is really easy when you have infinite ammo.
Did anybody go back and redo levels to get money, like, before they finish the game? Like, I thought about doing that for Wesker, but I just couldn't be bothered.
No, I never did that.
Okay.
I beat it, and then I played a couple hours with New Game Plus where I was playing as Sheva, which was kind of neat because if you're doing solo and you're playing and you start playing as Chris, there's those sections where you have where Sheva goes off and does something where if it was co-op it'd normally be that player.
Oh, yeah.
But when you're doing New Game Plus as Sheva, you actually do those parts while Chris does the other thing, which is kind of neat because there's the one part early on where boosts Sheva up into a little tower and she's supposed to provide Overwatch with a sniper. And when you go through New Game Plus, you actually do that as Sheva. So yeah, so it's
Cool.
kind of neat. So, but
If you play as Sheva, whenever you have her go get the key for the building, if you look at to the left all the way down, you actually see a Majini shadow boxing.
oh.
All right. Am I thinking of the wrong game? Because I don't remember a scene where Chris was all drunk.
It's the very beginning. Oh, yeah. Well, he's in a bar at the beginning of this game.
Okay.
No, he's not.
Thought not.
No, he's not.
Thought he was.
No,
too.
that's
yeah.
6.
That's
Yeah.
Okay.
It,
That's what I did there.
So that's where Pierce comes and finds him, and
Yep.
like he doesn't have his memory or whatever.
Excuse me, my animal is.
It does not come through for the record, so you're okay. 6 will be next year. I want to do 6 next year. Early next year, actually, so I can get 7
geez.
done.
I mean, if you want the experience of RE6, the next time you have a really high fever and are delirious, just try going on a jog, and it'll be pretty similar to playing RE6.
Yeah, but definitely, if I went on a jog and with a fever, I don't know how okay I'd be.
That's the question you're going to be answering when you play RE6, because that game is just it's an incoherent mess.
6, actually, fun fact. The first episode we ever did of the show, the one that we actually didn't record, where we were just testing me and the people that were with me at the time, we had actually talked about Resident Evil 6 and how much we wanted to get to that game someday and how much that weird that game was and how much it sucked. It was actually our first conversation. We were just testing out audio and testing out our personalities. And I've always been like, man, someday I gotta get back to that and cover that game.
Yeah, but like that's just the thing. It's like RE5. It's to the point where they're over the top and it's dumb, but it's a fun kind of dumb where you just kind of turn your brain off and enjoy it. In RE6, you can't even do that just because there isn't even a logical like through line of what's going on. Because at one point the characters like they're just like we go and fight a boss fight, and then there's an unannounced time skip and you're in China. And
I have no memory of it.
You fight a freaking dinosaur.
Yeah, it's like at least in RE5, even though it's a lot of and then this, it's just like but in terms of oh yeah, we went here and did this and there's at least somewhat of a logical through line of them following up on the lead they have in the beginning.
There's a sequential order.
Yeah.
I still want to get to it. So
well, you know what? In 6, you fight a booby gas monster. So yeah.
I don't
I fucking
remember
hate that.
anything about 6.
And this one you just fight Mimic. That's the cockroach movie. That one.
Oh, I did like Joe being back. We haven't really talked about that. I mean, I get it where you're coming from, but like, I love Joe. I remember like when this was being advertised before it came out. I was like, oh, who's this mystery? Because I don't think they showed Jill. There was they might have been like teased a little bit. There was a scene that means nothing that was in the trailers just to throw people for that loop. That woman in the red dress in like the first chapter that gets grabbed by one of the zombies and then gets essentially the thing shoved in their mouth that means nothing. That was in some of the first trailers to get you excited. Like, oh, what could this be? Oh, it's really nothing.
I want to say the ending of the first trailer showed Jill's eyes opening.
It was
That's about it.
Yeah, it was a mysterious blonde woman, and I remember people thought it was going to be what's her face from 2, the girl.
Claire?
Sherry.
Or Sherry.
Sherry.
People thought it was going to be Sherry for like the longest time.
Yeah, they forgot who Sherry was until Resident Evil 6.
I just remember. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I'll say real quick. Is there also a file that says that the virus makes your hair blonde? Is that a real thing?
No. For Jill, that's a result of her being in cryostasis. There's, in the room where you find the pod she was in. There's a file where they're like, this process can cause your hair to bleach, and it's like, so this is why they wanted to explain why Jill's hair was blonde. Okay.
I honestly thought like Wesker dyed her hair.
I mean, you didn't need an explanation for it, to be completely honest. Like, I'd rather have an explanation for other stuff.
But it was just funny. They're just like, oh, we need to explain this when when the real question is, why would you change your hair color at all?
And no, it was a side effect of him harvesting her antibodies, which caused the pigmentation abnormality, causing her skin to turn pale and hair losing the color.
I want to say I do like the stuff with Spencer. I like it that it wraps up what happened. Like, we have a definite answer of what happened to Spencer. He got murdered. I do really like that personally.
Now remember, this was still written when the plan was for Dante to be his son. You can still kind of see that at some point.
Dante?
Yeah.
Yes, right?
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah,
that
Devil
was
May-
the original concept for 4.
Well, yeah, I know that, but I didn't know that it was actually like they had plans to.
Yeah,
Well,
your devil.
because
Your devil trigger was supposed to be like a virus transformation.
because like Devil May Cry, the first Devil May Cry was a Resident Evil game, and
Yes,
like
that I knew.
when you play it, you definitely like, oh, this is a Resident Evil game because it has the exact same like formula as a Resident Evil game.
Oh yeah, you can feel it.
Yeah.
I played it enough. You can feel it.
So, I actually did have a different intro. I'm gonna make fun of that real quick, which was the 7 minutes. I've got 7 minutes of playtime for you, Chris. Did anybody actually get past that part, or did you like not be able to?
I mean, I beat the game, if that's what you mean. Like,
if you kill him in that sequence, you get like the most valuable treasure in the whole game.
Oh, I didn't kill him. I just ran around and did other stuff.
Yeah, I know it's possible, but I was just trying to beat it, and I didn't feel like actually repeating that section enough to be like, okay, because it's like you have to time a shot, and then Sheva runs up and grabs him, and then you go and like punch, and then you can do such stuff to him. And I did that a couple times, and it was just more like, I'll just hang out for 7 minutes.
Yeah, no, I was running around because the game opens up a whole section for you in that part, so I was just running around doing other shit.
Oh, no,
I tried, but I didn't really want to waste. I never had a ton of ammo in this game. Like, I would go through parts where I felt really comfortable, and then the game would be like, let's make you use your ammo.
Yeah, there were a few parts, but it never felt like I was to the point where it was desperation, except at the very end boss fight with Wesker. And even then, that was just more, I made sure I placed my shots right, and once I did that, my ammo was fine.
Okay.
And definitely too, like, because in RE5, how it actually hands out ammo for the different weapons and stuff, it does try to actually get you to use various weapons. And I also mentioned this earlier, where like in New Game Plus, where I had AI Chris with the pistol, and I was playing a Sheva and I had a machine gun, and I realized very quickly the game actually gives out a lot more handgun ammo than the other ammo types. So I think it's weighted towards that.
I can see that.
Yeah. So it's generally, unless you're actively stupid or deliberately trying to waste ammo, you should always have ammo for some weapon in a good enough amount to get you through the next section, more or less.
It was only the last part of the game where I didn't in the Wesker fight. That was it.
Yeah, that part I ran into some issues, but it was just I just stopped being, I just made sure I was aiming properly and taking the time to do it right, and then it worked out.
I didn't bring enough ammo. That was simply what it was, because I wasn't missing. I'm a decent shot in third-person shooters, so. And
I believe there is a way to get ammo in the fight with Wesker. I can't remember what it is, because I think the bosses in RE5, there's either the smaller enemies or some other way where there is replenishing ammo.
I think if you look for these weird squigglies on the ground, you can shoot those for ammo.
Yeah. So yeah.
Or you can just knife Wesker. That's what I did. It worked. I wouldn't say it's effective, but it worked.
I used the sniper rifle. Like, that was kind of my main weapon. And, like,
Shiva wouldn't give it up.
I pretty much always had ammo for that thing. Like, seemed always at least 10 rounds for the most. Unless I just, like, had to blow through it or something. Like, seemed like they fed ammo for that thing pretty well. It was also the only weapon I had a 100% accuracy rate with.
Oh, damn. All right. Anything else that we haven't covered yet that you guys want to mention?
Oh, what about those bugs?
Fuck those bugs.
The Chimera.
Fuck them.
The bugs, the bugs that are one of the few one-hit kills in the game. But once again, you get so much time to deal with them that it's actually pretty difficult for them to get to you.
Except in the final part near the end of the game. Then it's not. They don't have a problem with getting to you.
When the two come out.
Yeah, because there's the one part where you have to fight two at once.
Yes.
But other than that, it's only one at a time.
Oh, they were fine other than that one part. They were not fine in that one part.
The shotgun makes fairly decent work of them,
Yeah.
but they still suck.
They killed me. I died the most in that part. I was getting irritated.
The bugs sucked. The worst enemies in the game for me were the I don't know what the heck you call them. It's the dudes who blow up and then they have the big round shell on the top of their body that they can.
Oh,
what?
Yes, that's one of the larva type things. That is also one of the few instances of one-hit kills. They can be annoying.
I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah.
I think
Thankfully,
I had
they're pretty rare.
Yeah.
I think I had the most they would come up and kill you and then you would go into the death state and then Shiva would run up and I bet they got me 30 or 40 times. Easy.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Not deal with those things. That's so bad.
Yeah, I could see that because when that one spawns, it just has a ton of health too.
And you can't hardly damage the stupid thing either.
Yeah, and
Flashbangs are great if you're lucky enough to have one on you.
Yeah. I think for those ones was the reason why I always made sure I had a flashbang in case one of those ever spawned. I'd just be like, oh, flashbang, and then it'd go away.
Yep, they go away really fast when you flashbang them.
I had a flashbang, but it was always on Shiva, and I just it was never I could take the second or two to get it from her.
Give it back to me.
I never used it.
I stopped giving Shiva grenades because there were a couple times we should just randomly threw them when there was one enemy nearby, and I was like, no, I need those.
Grenades are really good in this game.
She never used the grenades, I don't believe, in my playthrough.
Not mine either.
Oh, I think the only time she ever used another weapon besides her pistol was she had one of the magnums and she let 2 shots of that off. I was nope, stop that, no.
I never gave her. I would not have given her the magnum. I was like, no.
Well, I had one magnum and she had the other because the other one had ammo in it. So she finally ran out of pistol ammo and she pulled that thing out and shot it twice. I'm like, nope, no, don't do that, bad girl.
No, I had Shiva rocking with whatever a submachine gun or assault rifle was the most prevalent one, and then I had her rocking with the sniper rifle, and she had one of the magnums, but that's because I was never really using a magnum because the ammo was so sparse.
Yeah, I never used it to Wesker.
I used it on the first big machine gun guy. That was the first time I used the Magnum.
I have a weird question for y'all too as well.
Yes, please.
Who played co-op on this, if anything?
I did. Yeah,
I have this time.
So I played online co-op with my partner. None of the QuickTime events came on.
Nice.
Yeah, so we were sitting there and the first time we realized it's the part where you're playing as Christian Sheva, obviously, and the guys come in with motorcycles and they do a whip, and we're just watching it. And I'm like, hey, I told my husband, I was like, hey babe, I never played this before, but aren't there supposed to be QuickTime events here? And he's like, yeah, there wasn't a single one. The only ones that ever popped up were if you fought the El Gigante fight or the whenever you fought the big ocean man. Whenever he hit you, you had to dodge that. But none of the cutscene QuickTime events ever came up ever. Even the part where I'm on your partner has to do the lever while you're on it dodging alligators. I didn't have to dodge a single alligator. It just auto did it itself.
Oh yeah. I had.
Are you on PC?
Yeah, on PC.
Yeah.
There's a setting to turn them off too, I think.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I played it on PC, and I mentioned too that I never had a single QuickTime event, which was just fine as far as I was concerned.
I only had them during the boss fights.
Yeah, not having them is not a bad thing.
Well, the ones during the boss fights aren't technically QTEs; they're the dodge buttons.
They're close. They're close enough at the fact that they're so freaking fast you can hardly ever hit them.
Of course, what's funny too is when they pop up, they technically it's some sort of weird thing because it animation cancels if you do it right, which is hilarious when you're aiming and then you hit it and then you just dodge. Yeah.
Or when you pick up some gold or whatever on the ground at the right time, and then those big characters about to hit you, it actually happens.
It just disregards it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some nice stuff like that in this game, which I personally liked. I actually got canceled out of a couple of the instant kill chainsaw because I picked up something or I hit a button and then he couldn't kill me because I was in the animation. I'm like, yes. I'm like, why is my dumbass standing here? But yes.
I got out of one of those. I can't remember which one it was.
All right, anything else to say? Or should we go to questions, comments, memories? I got a few more than that.
Just one last question. How many people just ran their ass off through the liquor hallway?
I killed every single one.
We killed every
Yeah.
single one. Every
Killed
time.
every
I
single one.
ran through that as fast as humanly possible. I was like, nope, I don't want to be here, and goodbye.
That was another cool thing. Like, and playing this in 2009 initially, like, I was the Leonardo DiCaprio meme, just like, oh, they're back. Like, I know those.
Hey, this is the first appearance since 2.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
They're not in
we had not
3.
seen them. Nope, and they're not in 4. And then they brought them back for 5, and I was like, yes.
I do like Lickers.
Yeah,
That was a good. I liked that when they showed up, and I had to murder all of them.
Like soon as that whole like they started spawning out of the vents and stuff, I was like, yeah, no, and I just like I took off running down that hallway. I was like, Chevy, you better keep up because I'm not going to be here.
There's a room where they say don't make any noise, otherwise we'll attract the Lickers. I shot the glass open.
Yeah, that room.
Yeah.
That room, I swear it has to be almost impossible to actually do that.
Yeah.
Because I think I tried it once and I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna walk, and then I think Sheva ran into the glass or something and it broke, and I had to kill him anyway.
Classic Sheva.
Okay, I just didn't even bother. I just broke it and threw grenades in. I was like, fuck it, like we're fighting them.
I could never get through there without. I tried, I think 3 times altogether. And just
also, wait, no, because even if you get through that, they break out anyway and come after you. So there's no point in
a new one spawn.
Yeah, but if you don't, if you get past there, those ones break out, and then you have to fight them anyway, along with new ones.
Oh, okay. So I made the right decision, just deciding to murder everybody.
It's better to just kill them all.
Okay. All right, we're gonna go to questions, comments, memories. First, from the I watched the entire Old Blood Super replay. I did mention how I beat this game with a knife. I ran out of ammo, so that you are gonna hear those comments. From Brendan Smith, beating it with a knife because you ran out of ammo sums up my memories of it nicely. I played it with a co-op with a friend back in the day and had fun enough with it, but it's an action game that hands out resources like a survival horror game. It seemed confused. I like that. I think that's an accurate way to put it, because it doesn't feel like as friendly as RE4 is. From Daniel Melman, friend of the show. I have a friend, and whenever I visited her house, she would watch me play through Resident Evil. It started with 2, but we also did 3, 7, and Revelations. During lockdown, we started to fall out of contact, but booted this up and played through it online together. It turned out to be one of the very best co-op games I've ever played. I adore this game, consider it a step up from 4 in a lot of ways. Yep, that's a Melman opinion right there. So that joke makes sense to some people. From Casey Hecox. Personally, I really hate this as a single player game. It's my least favorite of the mainline games, and there's just really nothing positive I have to say about it. Damn.
I mean, you know what? Like I said earlier, he should beat Evil Within and then immediately boot up this game. He'll like it a lot more.
I mean, this game is a lot more fun than Evil Within.
Yeah.
I hated my time with Evil Within. This I didn't hate. I was irritated at times, but I didn't hate it. I had fun for the most part.
Yeah, like it's just like that's just the thing with RE5. There's parts where it's just like, you might get stuck for a little bit, but it's never like, oh, I'm gonna be on this for hours. It's just kind of like you might need a few tries, and then you get past it and you move on. And then eventually Chris punches a boulder.
Funny you mentioned that. The next comment from Antron Trailer, beat the game using a knife when all you had to do was show him these hands. And he posted the gif of Chris punching the boulder. Touche. From Andrew Leon, I played through the entire game for the PS3 version with a friend around the time it came out, and it was a blast. I later played through it with another friend for the PS4 release and got all the trophies. The game is cheesy as they come, but in a damn entertaining way. The final fight is ridiculous, yet awesome, and fun like an 80s action flick that doesn't take itself too seriously. RE5 still stands as one, if not the best co-op experiences I've ever had in gaming. All right. I mean, I did kind of want to play this in co-op. I know Mario offered to with me, but I don't do a lot of co-op because the way my schedule is and when I play games. Well, I played this in intervals, like, let's say here, there were times where I played it in a minute intervals and I had to pause the game due to life. We're just going to leave it at that. So that's why I don't do co-op. You can't do that in co-op. You got to actually set aside a time, be like, okay, I can play games for 2 hours and I'm not busy. That's not normally how my life goes.
Yeah, I was like, I think 4:30 in the morning the last couple of nights playing it.
It's too early. Oh, and then from the official Laser Time community, from Chris Litchost, it's always been a pretty fun game, gameplay-wise. I preferred it to 4. Granted, co-op played a role with that. From Brandon Combs, this would have been my black sheep answer to the VGA question of the week a couple weeks ago. While the problematic elements can be on the cringe side, the co-op was so much fun. My roommates and I played through this campaign so many times. We at one point had this game down, that it would be a race to area checkpoints where you need your co-op partner. The first person there would spam the call button. The game would devolve into trolling the other person with shouts of Chris or Shiva. That's the way to play games, though.
Yeah,
And
that
from
was
the-
always fun to do.
Oh, you did that with Blake?
Not really, but I did it with my buddy Cody. I didn't want to do that to Blake. I didn't know him that well. If he would be
Be
like
an ass.
annoyed, be like, this fucking guy keeps doing, come on, okay, Roger.
Yeah, I can see that being annoying. And then from the Horror Survival Horror Games group, from David Villegas. Oh, I have a good story about RE5. Does it have to be a short or long comment? Unfortunately, I just read that now, and he did not give me his comment, so I don't...
Well, hell of a comment.
Poopsie.
I mean, to be fair, I normally like to post these on Wednesdays. I posted these yesterday because I fucking forgot. So, yeah. From Vernon Eberwine. On my first playthrough right now on PC, it's fun as hell. Sure not as good as 4, but I don't get all the hate. Just beat Chapter 5.
I will
This
admit,
game get a lot of hate?
yes.
Why?
Yeah, I like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that RE5 got a fair amount of hate because it was coming off of Resident Evil 4, and it's not as good as Resident Evil 4.
But
Well,
nothing
I
was
think-
gonna be.
Yeah,
I think-
yeah.
I think the co-op thing pissed a lot of people off because the AI partner is not very good. But also, I think they really shot themselves in the foot by having only like nine slots. I think what really would have saved that, even if it was just 9 slots, there really should have been a button to send to just to send stuff to your safe or whatever. If anything, I think that would have
Okay.
saved this game. Yeah.
That's a fair statement.
Funnily enough, though,
Not a real
I had
word.
a much better time with the game playing with the AI partner than I did with playing co-op in person or online. Because online, people were either just trying to hack or do the glitch stuff, and I wasn't for that. I was just enjoying the game as it was. Or my buddy I tried to get to play with me, but he was so discouraged by all the trolling back in the day. He goes, "No, bro, no. You're one of those guys, huh? You're gonna stun me and then shoot me with a bazooka the first chance you get, huh? Or kill me with the laser." So he's like, "You know what? No, I'll pass. I won't play with you." I go, "Oh, it's like that? Dude, you suck."
Did you do that back then?
No.
Okay. I was just wondering maybe you were the person that did it, and he's like, I remember.
Because I know what
That's
he was talking about, but I'm like, dude, I'm trying to speed run through the game. I gotta play it for this. Come on. He's all, nah, you'll troll me. I go, all right.
That's kind of an ass. Like, just try. I mean, I can see, like, you'd be like, hey, if you troll me, we're done. But,
yeah.
I don't know.
I go, dude,
people.
if I do that, I will take 2 shots of tequila. How about that? He goes, no.
All right, and then from the Resident Evil Experts group, I might not read all these because I got a few, but I'll read some. From Juan Lopez, great game. Loved it since the day it released. Played it with my cousin from beginning to end and still play it to this day. I got it on every console and play it all the time still. If you want to play co-op, let me know. Some nice people out there. I don't play co-op, but that's nice. Thank you. From Steven Thompson, loved this game. Okay. From Alan Farn, to be honest, if the RE4 remake wasn't so good, I would say that still holds up well for a PS2 GameCube game 20 plus years later. Luckily, it's amazing. That wasn't what I was talking about, but you are right. RE4 is a great game. From Gavin Turner, I hated this in 4 when they came out because FPS was an alien concept to me back then. Played and completed both recently, and they are great. These are not first-person shooters. I'm confused. So from Caffrey Villafores Redfield, I'm assuming that's not your real last name, but hey, maybe it is. Right, co-op is fun, but playing this game as a single player is more enjoyable. Nowadays, you can't find a decent player online. Mostly you've been teamed up with those who has mods, like all the items are infinite, even grenades and eggs, and those who have rapid fire. It kills the fun, honestly. If this game will be remade, they should bring back their original concept as this is intended to be a single player. If they'd done it in 4, or some places had been cut and improved, then it is not possible in this game, most especially in the ancient ruin. I did like the ancient ruins, actually. I was with John. I kind of forgot about them, too, until they came out.
Yeah,
I forgot that was in the game.
that super memorable part of the game, that part.
It's fine. It did have traps, though, which were a little bit annoying. All right, from Ricky Vaughn. This and 6 co-op with a friend is some of the most fun I've had gaming. Co-op merch in this and 6, and I have so much time in. Same with the campaign. Wow, someone said something good about 6. From Cody Sherrod. I hope a 5 remake won't be too far away. It definitely needs one. I'm assuming 5 is coming after Code Veronica. I'm assuming.
No.
Yeah.
I was actually super wrong. We did will that into existence, Mike. After Code Veronica at 0.
Oh, huh.
No.
We might actually talk about 0 then on this show.
Yeah,
they
they
should
said
make
that.
0 co-op then.
Yeah, they might, if anything.
0's the one game that I like. I just have zero interest in putting on the show because I don't want to play that game. Especially after Nate complained about it randomly, and I'm like, oh no, Nate likes bad video games sometimes and
First
is
of
good at
all,
games.
complained. They're valid criticisms, sir.
No, they are, but they're still complaints. Doesn't mean they weren't valid.
I was complaining, and it was self-inflicted complaining. It was like it was me riding the bike, putting the stick in between the spokes, and going like, "God, I can't believe Capcom's making me go for 100% in this game."
That was good. That was really good to use the me in words instead. That was perfect. Phoebe, if you hear this, you know what to do. So, from Calf Lamb, I love this game. I found my snow sand globe of it the other day. What? Is there like a special thing?
Oh yeah,
RE5 Snow Globe? I gotta look this up.
yeah. So there's a special edition. There's a couple special editions, weirdly enough, for this game. I made a joke whenever Mike made the group. There's a golden Africa Kajuju necklace you can get for a pre-order bonus. There's also a snow globe that has sand in it, and it works awfully, and it's got a really shitty rendition of Chris in it.
Oh yeah, that
That
is a shitty
looks
rendition of
like-
Chris. I'm looking at it right
That
now.
looks like
Yeah.
shit. Oh my god.
Yeah, people forget the special editions back in like PS3 360 were legitimately hit or miss. You either got shit like this, or you got the really badass Infamous 2 backpack.
Fun fact. I actually know someone that has that backpack. That's been
It's
on
a
the
cool
show.
backpack.
All right, a few more from Jackie K. Just finished the platinum recently. While not perfect, RE5 is definitely a fun game. From Alan Farnham, RE5 also holds up well for its age. From Leon O, playing 6 at the minute, it's still great. Did not ask about 6.
I mean, I'm sure every game has its fans, but people who are fans of RE6, I don't associate with.
Well, that sucks for you because I like RE6.
I guess
when was
I-
the last time you played it?
In 2017, 2018.
2020.
I played it. Yeah, I played it after that, and it was, like I said, incoherent mess.
It is a bad Resident Evil game, but that game, if it was any other game but Resident Evil, that game would freaking rule.
I'm really looking forward to replaying it. Unfortunately, I won't be playing co-op either, but I am actually, my goal is to get it done before Spooktober next year, like some point in the early part of next year.
So,
Like I said, it'll feel like a fever dream, and like
I beat it once.
yeah.
I did
Do you
beat it.
remember? Do you remember anything about it, or was it just like a haze?
Hazy shade of winter. I remember a little
I
bit, but not
I
much.
remember more about 6 than I do 5, and I played them both at the same time last.
So weirdly enough, small short story, if anything, I have a soft spot for RE6 because I played it with my husband when we first started dating. Like 3 months in, we were just like knocking that out. So
Sweet.
Hell yeah.
I can't play games with Tiff because we won't be married if we do. So
I've tried to get my wife to play RE6 with me on like one screen, and that is don't do that.
I get a certain way with playing games with people sometimes, and like, yeah, I tried a couple times with games, and I was like, you know, it's better if we don't. I might not be the best person if we do. So, yeah, we never. I think we played like one game together, but didn't last long. I don't know. I have a hard time. Like I remember playing games with my son, and we would play Lego games. He would just like try to kill me or kill himself, and I'm like, yeah, I don't like this. Do what the game tells me to. He was like 5 at the time, so I can't expect much. But no, I those are my few experiences. But no, I did play this game once co-op. There actually was one time where a friend of mine, when I worked at Sam's Club many, many years ago, and I just got my apartment, he came over and spent the night, and we played a little bit of this, but we were having issues getting into run, and I just remember just going to sleep, unfortunately. I was so excited to play this game, then, we were adults, so we both were exhausted from work. All right. And then last comment I'm going to read from Jordan Thurston. I've done the same thing recently. I didn't recall Shiva's AI being that annoying, but it drove me insane. I would run away from a horde to get a safe distance away to then turn around and she's directly down the barrel of my gun, not even facing the enemies coming towards us. Or the other one that got me was when she'd loot all the ammo and waste it all on a single basic enemy that she doesn't even kill. Yeah. All right, we should give away a code. Let's see, the next Steam code I have to give you lovely people is Shapes. I don't know what the fuck this is. It's Shapes with a Z. This is your Steam code. It is FDAXT0A4KN7M9ZN. That is your Steam code for Shapes, whatever the fuck that is. I have some really random stuff sometimes. Hi, and we have one last person join your online chat before we wrap this up. And who's with me?
Hey, my name's Blake. Glad to be here.
Hey, welcome. I know you could the main recording, but I'm glad to get you still in here to talk about some RE5.
Yeah, gosh, RE5, what a fever dream of a game. Oh my goodness.
You know, we did use that word fever dream a few times, actually. But not for this game.
I'm not surprised.
For another game that I'll be talking about hopefully next year. 6.
Oh, God. Oh, gosh. Not 6. But that's for another day.
So what is your history with RE5?
Yeah, so I remember, 2009? I would have been, just make me feel like a fetus. So I would have been 13. Remember going to Blockbuster, and I remember around that. So I don't know if I played in 2009. Probably a little bit afterwards. I remember watching actually the super replays on Game Informer for Resident Evil. And I was like, this seems fun. This seems interesting. And I was starting to get more into like the gory stuff as I became a teenager and thought it was really cool. I remember seeing RE5. I was like, let me give this a try. So I rented it from Blockbuster and adored it ever since. Played it solo, struggled through it as a young teenager would, not really knowing that you had to somewhat conserve ammo.
It's a little hard.
It was a little hard. I don't think I ever beat it all the way through as a kid. I remember getting further on, and then some of those boss fights, like with Wesker at the end, when you're fighting him, is it the ship or like where you have to shoot rockets at him?
Yeah,
that doesn't really explain it.
That was ridiculous.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure I got stuck somewhere around there, but still absolutely loved it. Made me a lifelong fan of the series. And then back in a couple months ago, when you asked for some people to be on the show, me and Nate, who was on the show, we messaged each other and did a whole playthrough together. And that was a really good time. We just took our time with it, didn't rush through it. We found every single collectible. So every of the BSAA emblems, which some of those, if you did not have a guide, oh my goodness, I don't know how you're supposed to find those.
You know, we didn't even mention those in the main recording. I'm glad you brought it.
So there's, I think there was like 30 of them, and some of them, I mean, probably as you like do the game, some of them they're like right in your face.
Yeah, I shot
if
like
you go.
2.
Right. If you go through like some of the other corridors, like, okay, I'm going to find 1 or 2. But some of them, I remember one was on top of like a crane that even with the sniper rifle on full zoom, you could barely see it. And I'm just like, how without a video or a guide would you be able to find these? Collecting all of them doesn't really get you anything. It's just a good job, pat on the back.
Oh, that's stupid.
And then we just did it because I like trophies, so I needed the trophy.
Oh, Nate does too.
Yes. We were gonna go for the platinum, but I don't think I wanted to play through the game like 5 more times to get all the money you would need.
Oh, those are the old days when you're like, what should we do today after school? I don't know. Let's play RE5 for the 10th time. Like, you got to be in the right mindset where like you have no money and lots of time to want to do something like that.
Mm-hmm.
We're all adults.
Yeah, Resident Evil. It was a great time. Glad I went back to it and actually beat it for the first time.
That always makes me happy when I'm able to get people to experience, finish something for the first time, beat it, watch a movie. Right. That always makes me happy. Little thing. It's
always nice to clear something off the backlog that's been on there for, at this point, 16 years.
God, yeah, damn. It feels older than that, actually. Like
it does feel older than that, but it still held up very well. I mean, we played on the PS4 version, but I don't think there's really any like gameplay improvements other than maybe just a slight graphical upgrade.
I doubt there's much. I mean, it ran. I played on PC. The only issue I had, there was a glitch in PC with one of the bosses that you can't kill him.
Oh, jeez.
If you hit him with the rocket launch, does not die.
Oh my gosh.
The flamethrower guy that you have to use a flamethrower for.
Yeah,
he doesn't show his weakness except for like a second. So you can't really do anything. And to make him show it, I had to throw incendiary grenades. The flamethrower was like, that's nice. He's like, I don't care. That's a flamethrower. That's nice. Yeah, and I looked up, it's a glitch that they never fixed.
Yeah, I mean, even that fight, even without a glitch, was still I wasn't a big fan of that fight.
It's probably better, though, because you're Shiva, or if you were Shiva, whoever it was, Shiva actually listened and did the right thing.
Right, that's fair. She doesn't like to listen when you're playing solo. But yeah, it was...
The part with the chainsaw guys, I died a bunch there, because I was trying to skip the chainsaw guys, and I got away, but she didn't. So
Yeah, she would. She would probably try to fight them and survive.
it doesn't work out very well.
It'd be interesting to go back and play it solo to kind of see how different the game does play. I played solo as a kid, but I don't remember how bad she was, and I know all the memes that
She's
she never
okay.
listens.
She wasn't terrible. Unfortunately, it wasn't until the recording they told me the best way to do it is to give her the stuff, which I did not do. And then she's a badass.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because all she'd have to do is just hit them, and then they wouldn't keep attacking her.
Yeah, and then you're pretty much golden with everything else to do what you need to do, and she's a force to be reckoned with. I did not do that, but I'm glad that you guys played a co-op, because that's the right way to play this game. I think almost all of us, but me, I think maybe one other person played it solo, but a lot of us did co-op.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was a great time. I really wish they would remake the game, or at least like give it a proper remaster.
I think that's coming. I think we're gonna get a remake after Code Veronica of 5.
I mean, it would make sense, and then just I think it would hold up super well. They wouldn't have to do too much to them, and it'd be money in their pockets. But yeah, definitely a great time. Not really sure what happened in the story, if we want to go there. I just know.
You guys didn't watch the cutscenes?
We watched them, but I'm super confused.
Okay, no, that's fair. I mean, have you you said this is your first Resident Evil game. Have you ever went back and played any of the others?
I've never played them personally, but I've seen playthroughs, and I played RE7 and 8.
Okay. Hey, you've done more than I did. I've never touched 8 yet.
8 is 8 is my favorite out of the ones that I have played. 7 was too spooky. 8 isn't very spooky. It's just enough. It's just enough, and it's paced fantastically. So I would recommend going to that if you're interested in more Resident Evil.
Very interested. I just haven't. I'm sending you a link if you have time.
Yeah.
I just sent you a Resident Evil timeline video.
Oh, okay, yeah.
This guy makes, and he does it. I watched this Castlevania one. I never actually watched the Resident Evil one all the way through, but the Castlevania one is fucking phenomenal. So yeah, check out Gamer Thumb TV. But I mean, especially if you care about spoilers, because like technically 5 is very much in the middle of the series. Like this isn't even technically the 5th game. This is more like the 8th or 9th game.
Right.
So
yeah, no, I'm not really worried about spoilers.
Okay.
Not for Resident Evil, at least. Just because I've always been interested in the story. There's just so much to it.
Yeah,
and all the side games, and yeah.
It's hard. I've done a bunch of them, but I haven't even played all of them yet. I'm still very slowly working on it. Right. And even the movies, the animated movies, are all canon.
I've watched actually a couple of those. Those are a good time.
Some are actually really good.
They're not the greatest, but like when the action scenes hit, oof, those are perfect.
I mean, they don't connect to anything else, but they're just fun. They're just fun things that exist and that are technically canon, even though like not like the villains or anything are going to show up or play any part, but they're still cool. That'd have been cool though. Like just playing this without like, especially I didn't really think about it, like not knowing like a lot of the story.
Yeah,
I mean, this game is enough on its own, but I know the story. I knew shit about the story. I was just trying to beat the game. Personally.
Yeah, I know. I remember the first time I played it, trying to figure out like, oh, who's this secret character that's wearing this mask that seems like Chris has. Like now that I know about Resident Evil, I'm like, oh, it clearly Jill.
It was a big deal when the trailers came out back in the day. I can tell you that.
I can only imagine that it was because she hadn't been in the series since
3.
Yeah.
She's not in Code Veronica, 4, 0. Like, yeah, they haven't done. Umbrella Chronicles came out before this on the Wii.
I played that one too. Yeah,
I like that game. It was very time and place for me.
Wasn't that it's like an on rails one?
Yep,
like an on rails shooter. Yeah, I remember having the light gun attachment.
I had a great time with it back when I first played it, but that's because I was playing it with my girlfriend that I was living with at the time, and we had 2 Wiimotes, and we just had a blast. And I played it by myself after she left, and I'm like, yeah, this game sucks.
Yeah.
And I never went back to it. I'm actually going to emulate it at some point and play it on PC with a mouse instead of a Wiimote. Yeah. That should be a lot more fun.
It belongs more in a Dave and Buster's, if anything.
I mean, that would be fun.
It would be. It would be amazing.
I would gladly put down a few bucks and play through it on Dave and Buster's if I could.
So, I talked about story. I mean, gameplay still held up. I know we had talked in the chat when you initially started that the beginning's actually really hard. I would say the beginning's harder.
Yes,
you don't have those upgrades.
Well, and you just don't know what the fuck you're doing in the first. One of the first real fight scene they put you in is with an enemy that can instant KO you.
Right.
So that's not fun.
Like I feel like they tried to. They're like, okay, let's like that first like chapter. They're like, okay, we're going to try to make old school Resident Evil with a little bit more action, and then they're just like, okay, let's just go action.
Yeah, because it got a lot better as I got farther, and I was like, okay, now I'm actually enjoying this game. Because that first part, I was like, I don't know if I can do this solo.
Right.
And it doesn't help. The game doesn't tell you that you have to just survive. And somebody brought up like how RE4 does the same thing, and I think RE4 is one of the best games ever made.
Mm-hmm.
But it's more of like, I know RE4, and I don't know RE5 that well.
Right.
So I judged it differently.
But it also, like, it doesn't, there is a lot of objectives in the game where it doesn't say, like, okay, do this. I mean, I think that's more of a product of its time.
Oh, yeah.
Early
360 era.
But definitely, like, a lot of those boss fights, you're like, okay, what do I do? Like, we talked about that Wesker one. Where in a modern game, it'd be like, okay, do this, then do that. Instead of just running around aimlessly.
But not a lot. Like, she says something about turn off the lights, and I think she makes a comment about the RPGs, but, like, it's not what you would expect. Like, since solo, like, if I shot the RPG at him, that was nice. Shiva wasn't doing anything, and there's not enough time for you to switch guns and shoot it in time.
Right.
Maybe you got to be really fast. So I had to get her to shoot it, which wasn't exactly the best thing either.
Oh god, I can only imagine.
I think the last time I just had to be really fast with the buttons and like was right in his face and just was able to switch quickly and do it. Like it wasn't easy though.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do it too far away, by the time you get to him, he'll have already switched back.
Right.
That's also annoying. I also beat this game with a knife. I ran out of ammo in the final fight.
Oh gosh, and I'm trying. How? What? How?
I didn't bring enough. I had probably over 50 rifle shots on Shiva, but she wouldn't give it up. She wouldn't give me the rifle.
Mm-hmm.
I tried. I'm like, request rifle, and she just wouldn't give it. I'm like, come on now, game, give me the fucking.
She's like, this is mine, not yours. It has my name on it.
So I brought Magnum ammo and I brought shotgun ammo. They're like, yeah, the Magnum should be enough. I'm like, okay. Like I got like 20 shots. That was not enough.
I think we got we kind of cheesed it a little bit because Nate had his save file already from like all the infinite weapons and the best weapons and all that stuff. So I think he kind of just, at that point, we're just like, okay, let's get through it. He just mowed him down, which I was okay with.
That's the right way to do it. The first time I had ever played this game, which I consider I played it wrong, as I talked about in the main recording, but because my friend had the infinite rocket launcher, so he skipped all the cutscenes and just killed everything in one shot. So I was like, I didn't really beat the game. Like I had the achievements, but I'm like,
you didn't actually play it. Yeah.
So that's one reason I was very big about. I wanted to beat this game solo, so I could have that. Like, yes, I did it solo.
You're like I did it because the first time you did it, somebody just kind of carried you through it.
She did. It wasn't fun.
Yeah.
It was just for. I mean, I was an achievement whore at that time, so that was part of it.
Yeah, I still am.
Not anymore. Like, I like when they pop. I'm like, I like Steam achievements. I'm like, okay, that's cool. And I mean, I don't do anything about it nor care, but it's like, oh, nice. I got it. I did it just for I don't go out of my way, but if I get them, I get them. Like I'm playing a PS3 game on an emulator. And it's like, you unlock the trophy. I'm like, oh, that's nice. It ain't going anywhere. It don't count.
It's stuck on this random zip file that'll never open again.
Yeah, like, I can't take it. Like, I'd love to take it to my main profile. I'm like, oh, here, give me these trophies here. Thank you. Yeah. They're like, block your account.
Yeah, right. But no, RE5 was a great time. Glad I went back to it. Definitely. I think Nate and I are talking about going into try 6. Yeah.
Have you ever played 6?
I've dabbled in it a few times, but never completely.
It's not a bad game. It's just 3 different games put together.
Right, and then if you go into it just as like a action or a shooter, I don't think it's bad at all. If you go into it wanting hardcore Resident Evil, well then that's not what you're going to get.
No, one version is. Leon's is, from what I remember, close to original Resident Evil. With a little action.
I think Chris was the one that I dabbled in the most. And his is, if I'm remembering, if he's even a campaign in it, I don't remember.
Yes. He's the Call of Duty
I
campaign.
think his was that's one I played.
That's what IGN. I remember when the game came out, there was a review, and IGN was like, "One's a Hort campaign, one's a Call of Duty campaign." I don't remember what they considered Jake's campaign, the one where being chased all the time.
His Wesker's is that like Wesker's son or whatever? But
yeah, which has not came back yet.
No, never.
Hopefully,
what's weird? Hopefully, Requiem maybe, but I don't think so. I think they just ditched that. They're like, we don't want to acknowledge 6 ever again.
That's why I think 6 will get remade at some point and be made a lot better.
Right. I mean, there's a lot they could do with it.
I'm going to be doing it sometime next year. Early next year is my plan, but I have nothing set up yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely try to get on that one. And then if you decide to do any of the other Resident Evils, like 7, like I don't know how you are on spooky, but 7 was too spooky for me.
I beat 7 actually.
7 was too spooky for me. I also tried to play it in VR, and that was
I didn't go that far, but no, I can play 7. 7's a good fucking game.
It was fun, but couldn't get through it.
Through it. I cheated. When I play horror games, especially, I have a guide and I just do what the guide says.
That's fair.
Turn left. All right.
Yeah.
That's how I play horror games.
Honestly, if you go to Village, you probably don't even need one.
Oh.
It actually it's got that classic RE puzzle feel, but nothing to where it's like you're gonna get lost.
I just do it anyway because it's just how I play horror games.
That's fair. That's fair.
I say I don't really like horror games, and I'm doing a fuck ton for the Spooktober.
Right.
But yeah,
'Tis the season.
Yeah, I'm going a little overboard this Spooktober, but that's neither here nor there. All right, we should go to your shelf stacker box. And where do you rate this game?
Where do I? How? That's a tough question. So how?
What was your opinion? However you felt.
I would say. Now, give me the scale again.
Shelf being something you love, stack being in the middle, something you usually like, and then box being something you dislike.
I would say I liked it.
Okay, so put it in the stack.
Put it in stack. I don't think I would say love it. I mean, there is a little bit of flaws to it, but it is. I could see myself actually coming back to it maybe every couple of years just for a good, just short campaign. Nothing too serious. Short. Yeah, definitely put it in stack. Absolutely.
All right. Yeah, it's definitely shorter than I thought it would be.
Mm-hmm. Which I'm okay with.
4.
Games are too long.
No, I'm with you.
Trying to get through Clay Obscure, and I'm just like, it's never ending. It's never ending.
You can play that someday.
It's what I did is I started it on. This is complete sidebar. Started it. It's too hard. Put it on easy. Loved it way more.
I put everything on easy just because of what I do for the show. Like
that's fair.
I don't fuck around.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you for joining me, Blake, and now stay tuned for the rest of our rankings. Joe, why don't you lead us in?
Yeah, I would actually put this. I think I'll actually put this on the shelf. I didn't have a bad time with it. I think if you have someone that you genuinely like playing with, you'll have a good time with this. I say because I had a really good time with my partner. I mean, sure, there's a moment where he, I was saving it for this part. There are moments where he bought the grenade launcher and shot at me with it, flash grenades, and I couldn't do anything for like an hour. But you know what? That's what love's all about. Just pissing off your partner.
My wife doesn't agree. Nate.
Yeah, I would put this on the shelf if you're playing co-op, stack if you're doing single player. I think it's one of the better co-op games to have come out in that era of co-op gaming. But it's a solid game. Like I enjoy it anytime I play it. Like I'm never like, oh, Resident Evil 5. Like I have a good time.
John.
I think I'm gonna put it on the shelf for the most part. I still enjoy it. I would like to have played it co-op again just to see what the difference, because it's been almost 10 years. But it's doable solo. It's mostly fine. There's some annoying parts, specifically like toward the end of the game. There's some parts that are kind of a pain, but it holds up. I still enjoyed my time with it. So yeah, I'll put it on the shelf.
Okay. And Ron.
I would go with shelf on this. It's a pretty, in my opinion, pretty dumb fun game. It still has pretty tight and enjoyable action and actual shooting and gameplay. And it's kind of thing where, hey, if you're like bored on a night and like you got a couple drinks in you and you just want like a fun game to play where you don't have to think too much, pop this in.
All right. And Mario.
It's a shelf for me. It got me back into gaming when I was a kid. Got me back into Resident Evil.
All right. I'll go last. I'm going to put this in the stack. I had a decent time. Game annoyed me a little bit, but I had a good time overall. So, and I'm glad it's finally part of the show, and I'm glad I got to replay it. Because better game than I thought it would be. So it would have been better co-op, but I just didn't do it.
And it's definitely a game where I feel like time has been a lot kinder to it than many other games.
Yeah. Speaking of, yeah, that's fair. And I should mention what we're talking about next week, because I forgot to last week because I was drunk while recording. Don't do that. But we are going to talk about Silent Hill Downpour next week.
Yeah.
You guys have fun with that.
We will.
I think I'm the only person. Maybe Ken is playing it. Probably Ken's playing it. I know Joe's not actually playing it.
I've played that game 3 times, and that's 2 times too many.
That's 3 times too many. Why'd you play it 3 times?
Because I'm an idiot.
All right. We can talk about that next week. So yeah, next week you can hear us talk about Silent Hill Downpour, which is the last Spooktober game of this Spooktober. I mean, there's still other Spooktober stuff. I think I have a full week of Spooktober almost that last week because I'm insane. But this is the last regular Spooktober game will be Downpour. Because I'm keeping my tradition. Every year we do one Silent Hill game. And fortunately, they actually started making new Silent Hill games, so I have more to do. At the time when I was planning this, there was no Silent Hill 2 remake or Silent Hill F, and now there is.
Yeah, and those are the only other 2 we're going to play. No,
I'm doing that. We're doing that interactive thing, that interactive movie at some point.
Oh, yes.
Oh, you mean Book of Memories?
Oh, there's no Book of Memories. Don't worry about it.
I don't have a way to mess with. If it ever gets released on PC or something, oh, it's happening. But until then, you're probably safe.
Yeah, that's what I mean too. I heard that game's a pain in the ass to fucking emulate. So
I actually played Book of Memories. What my girlfriend at the time, I bought her a Vita because I was a dumbass, and she had Book of Memories she bought, and she liked it.
And that's because it's like, oh man, Book of Memories wasn't well received. At least I can go buy it for like $20. Nope, $1,000 on Amazon, eBay.
You're sure it's less than that, but yes.
Either way, you get what I mean. I'm not fucking paying more than $20 for that fucking game.
No, I can't emulate it. That's why it's also not happening. All right, we should go to plugs. Nate, where can people find you at?
Hello, you can find me on TikTok at NateDoesComedy79 and on Blue Sky, where Pallet Jacks in games. Just follow the link because Blue Sky has that crazy long thing after that.
Yeah, there's a link in the show notes now. It's even a long link.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, if you're ever like, dang, I wish someone would take pictures and show me Pallet Jacks in video games and give them a rating out of 10 and talk about them a little bit, I'm your guy.
Did this game have one?
No, not that I saw.
Damn, okay.
Yeah, I was looking.
There's no Pallet Jacks in Africa, apparently.
Yeah. I think this was before game developers started just putting them in games.
Shenmue says something to you.
I think the phrase "there's no Pallet Jacks in Africa" would be a great album title.
That's a good that's a good emo Midwestern song.
Right.
There's no
Pallet Jacks in Africa.
It's a hot new single.
And Mario.
You can find me on Spotify and Facebook under Biased Gaming.
All right. And if you enjoyed this episode, there's over 850 other episodes of podcasts. We do movies, TV shows, video games, all sorts of content, whatever the hell I convince 4 people to talk about with me. Or people force me to, or convince me to. So check out our giant catalog. If you want to support the show, we do have a Patreon, a little dog vote in our Patreon poll. We have 1 to 2 polls a month, currently 1. If you donate $10 or more, we'll shout out your podcast on YouTube like these wonderful people. Phoebe Stanton, the Let's Play Princess. You can follow her on YouTube and Twitch. And also check out her podcast, Nerds of Broadcast. And check out actually the best podcast of Work in Progress with Zach. They're talking about Alien franchise currently, but they did all the MCU movies, so check out his show. And check out, I cannot talk today. Our awesome intro and outro, courtesy of Elena at Hell Has Free. Follow her on TikTok and Instagram. And rate and review us wherever you get your podcast. And please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, YouTube, wherever, and rate us wherever, please. All helps out. I think that's everything I need to say, so we will see you guys all next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.